Hello, welcome back. I'm Andreas Chat, your tech-curious web designer. Today we're gonna finalize the profile page and implement the tabs component with all its content. Let's dive right in. Okay, let's first look at our first tab, the latest post tab. Let's go to our views.py file. So this is the profile page. So our file is in the users folder. So here, views.py. And here we have the profile view function. Let's create here our posts variable. Posts equals. Now here we select the profile object, which we defined here already. One profile object here is taking the username, and the other one underneath is the profile of the logged in user. So we're grabbing here this profile object and we say dot user. So we're accessing here now the user model, and from the user model we can get all the posts. So dot posts dot all, like that. Now let's create our context variable. We move the profile key pairing from here to our context variable. And let's also add the posts object. Posts, column posts. And here we add the context. Alright, save this file. Now let's update our profile.html file, which is in templates, users, and profile.html. Here we find the tabs, so the tabs are here already. Here's a tab contents. Here we have a wrapper for our content, displaying the posts in a 3-column layout. And the article element is the post itself. Let's include here now our loop with the post file, which we coded already, and get rid of all the article elements here. So this is 1, 2, 3. Cut them out. And we add here our loop now. For post in posts. And we close the loop first. And for. And now in here we include our post.html file. Include a underscore posts / post.html, like that. So now we should see already the results on our profile page. So let's save this file and let's check it out. Refresh the page. And as we can see here, it populated this page with the one post this user created. Now this one post looks a bit weird on this page. There is a lot of white space here. So this is because we're using a grid layout here with 3 columns, and it just puts the element in the first column. Let's change this now so our page knows how many elements it should display. So with one element it should position it in the middle. Then we have a layout with 2 columns, and if it's more than 2 we have 3 columns. For this we add Tailwind CSS classes to change the design depending on how many posts we have to display. Okay, let's do that now. Back to the code. So this wrapper here is creating the grid layout with the different columns. And depending on the screen size, it is already changing the design to 2-column layouts for the large screen size and 3 columns for the extra large screen size. And we're also adjusting the container's max width with this class here. So it is already responsive in terms of screen size. Now let's make it responsive also in terms of how many posts are on the page. For this we add here a condition now. So I say if posts.count equals 1. So if there's only one post, we would like to go with 1 column. Grid -calls -1. In theory, we don't need to declare this class because it is already the default behavior. I just added in here for better explanation. And the size of the container should be this, so max width XL. I cut it out from here and put it in here. So this is our first condition. Now let's continue. Elif, so else if post.count equals 2. So if we have 2 posts, we would like to go with 2 columns and also the increased container. So let's cut those 2 classes from here and we paste them in here. This is for a screen size of large and above. For mobile, we still need to include the 1 column layout. So copy this one and add them here as well, like that. Then we have else. If it's basically 3 or more, we have 3 columns on the largest screen size. So this one here. I think I deleted the size of the Excel container. So let's just add it again. So XL, we have a max width of 7 XL. And let's close the if statement here. And if. So let's add now also the screen size for mobile and large. We copy the classes here and add them in here, like that. All right. So I hope this makes sense. So we're adding here different columns depending on the number of posts, but also depending on the screen size. There's one more space here, and we have to add a space here. Okay, let's save this file and let's see if that worked. I refresh the page. And indeed, the post moved to the center because we only have 1 column here. Let's add another post so we can see the 2 column layout works as well. So I go here, create a post. I find an image on Flickr. I choose this image here. Then I add a caption. That's what I need. And we add landscape and submit the post. All right, so let's check out our profile page. And we can see here our 2 posts are displayed correctly in 2 columns. Now let's add another one. So we check also the 3 column layout. So I'm choosing this picture here. Copy the URL, put it in there, and add a caption. Love it. All right. Let's choose again landscape here and submit post. Now we check out our profile page. And great, we have 3 posts displayed on 3 columns. So let's add now the different URLs for the tabs. So we have the tabs here. We will use again Htmx here to load in the content for the different tabs, as we have seen already in part 16. So let's add here the hx.get attribute. So hx-get. And here we add the link to the profile page. So URL, profile. Then we add the username. On this page we have access to the profile object. So we say here profile.user.username. Okay, this is the hx-get attribute. Now let's add the target. Again, I will add it to the parent wrapper. So hx-target equals, and the target is our tab contents here. So hash and tab contents, and we swap it in as an inner HTML. hx swap equals inner HTML. All right. Okay, let's add now the hx-get attribute to all the other links as well. So I copy this code here, add it to the second link. But we have to add here a parameter to distinguish between the links. Here I add question mark top dash posts. Then on the next one I add question mark top dash comments. And the last one liked dash posts. All right. Now the last thing missing here is the tab highlight. So this selected class, we want to move to the selected tab. We can do this again with Hyperscript. So we add in here underscore equals on htmx colon after on load take dot selected for event dot target. So if I click one of the links, the selected class will be applied to that element. All right, save this file. Let's see where we are so far. I refresh the page.
Shit.
We got a problem here, it seems like, related to the URL mapping. The username argument on the profile link is not found. Let's have a look at our URL settings. So in core, URLs, and we can see here we have two URLs for the profile. So one is called profile and the other one is called user profile. But only the user profile is taking in a username. So this is the correct URL path. So let's go back to our profile.html and we change it to user profile. Okay, save. And here we go. So let's test the navigation. So here we're loading in the page itself, which we change in a second, but at least the HTMX works. All right, let's add now the functionality in our backend. So we go to views.py, and here we check if the request is a HTMX request. So if request.htmx, then we have if top dash posts in request.get. So if the URL contains top dash posts, we send him back the most liked posts. So posts equals profile.user.posts. Now the annotate method, annotate num underscore likes equals count. We're counting the elements in the likes property. So likes. Let's import the count operation. So let's add it in here. From django.db.models import count. All right. Then we add here the filter num underscore likes underscore gt equals 0. So we filter out the posts with likes and we order by minus num underscore likes and order them by the most to the least likes. All right. Now let's add here the return. So return. We will send back the loop now. So we have to create a loop snippet. Render request, comma, then snippets slash. We're creating here a loop. So loop underscore on the profile page. So profile underscore posts.html. And we send through the posts object. So curly brackets, posts, colon, posts. All right, save this file. Let's create our loop snippet. So in the snippets folder, I copy the name and we create a new file. There we go. Let's grab the code from the profile.html. I am grabbing the whole div here because the wrapper calculates how to display the posts depending on the number of posts. So we need that information too. So copy and paste it in here. Again, we can add a fade in animation. So let's take it quickly from the loop we created before. So this one here, just grab this code and add it here on top. Like that. Okay, save this file. Let's check it out on the website. So I refresh. Now this is the initial load of the page. I have no results here, but this could be because none of my posts have likes. If we check, we refresh the page, and indeed I have no likes on my posts. Let's add now a like to one of our posts. Again, I will quickly go in the admin panel and just add a like. So I go to liked post here. I add a like to a post. Let's select the first post here. And I make user 2 like this post. Okay, save. Now let's go back. I refresh. And here we have a like here. If I click top posts, I see this post here. So it works. Great. We should add a condition, so if there is no post to be displayed, we could add a text which says no post just yet to have a better user experience. So let's do that. So we can say here, if posts, so if there are posts, display the posts, else we say no posts just yet. All right. And then we close with end if. Now let's wrap this text also in a div. So div, we give it a class. So let's display it in the center. So with full text center and with a bit of a margin top of 10, empty 10. Okay, save this file. Let's delete the like in the backend and let's check it out. So I delete this like here, delete selected element and go. Okay. We refresh the page. So the text shows up here, but we expected the text to be in the middle. Let's investigate why this is not the case. Let's go back to the code. And this behavior comes from the if and else statements here, where we count the posts, but there is no option here for no posts. So in that case, it will display the last line here with 3 columns, meaning our text will go to the first column. So what we can do here, if there are no posts, we would like to display 1 column. If post count smaller equals 1. If the post count is 0 or 1, display 1 column. So let's save this file and let's check it out. And indeed, now the text is nicely centered in the middle. Okay, let's code now the top comments tab. Before we forget, we also include this smaller sign in our profile.html. So in here, I add it here as well. Okay, save. Now let's go back to our views.py file and let's add the top comments condition. So we say elif top dash comments in request.get. Let's copy these lines from here. And here we say comments profile.user.comments, and we will return the comments loop snippet. So loop profile comments and the comments object. Okay, let's create this snippet now. Add a new file, enter. Now let's copy the code from the loop profile post file. So just copy this code, add it in here, and we change it to comments here. And here for comment in comments, we will include here the comment.html, and here no comments. Okay, let's check it out. I refresh the page, and let's click now top comments. Well, the good thing is our comment is displayed here. What's not working yet is the grid layout. So let's go back. As you can see here, we're using here the posts object, which obviously on this page we don't have access to. So this already doesn't work. But going a step further, on this page, I would like to display the comments in a different way. So I would like to display the image of the parent post next to the comment. For this, we don't need this grid layout. Let's get rid of it altogether. And let's add some basic classes. So the width of this container should be full. On mobile and on larger screen sizes, I limit the width to 50 rem. So rem is a unit of measurement. So 50 rem corresponds to 800 pixels. And then we add also mx auto. With this class, our content will be displayed in the middle, having an equal big margin on the left and on the right. Okay, so now to display this content here, I added a few lines of code in my GitHub repository. So let's go there. So we go to github.com/ndjut/awesome. Here we can find the loop profile comments file. Now we grab those lines of code here, copy, and we paste it in here instead of the include. Alright, save this file now and let's check it out. I refresh the page, I click top comments, and as you can see here, we have our comments and the image of the parent post with a link to that post as well. Nice. Okay, let's go back. So far we added the top posts tab, the top comments. Now let's look into the liked posts. Back to the views. So now we add in here elif liked dash posts in request.get. So here we create our post variable, posts equals profile.user.liked posts. This is the name we defined under related name in the post model class. And now we order those posts by when the user liked this post. So that's why we created a through table with the created timestamp. So we can say here order by minus liked post _ created. So what's going on here? So here we fetch all the posts this user liked, and then we order them by the created property in our liked post through table. So the liked post is used here in lowercase to point to the like post model class in a many-to-many relationship and access there the created property. If this feels very confusing right now, don't worry. It definitely requires a bit of experience to navigate around all the database relationships in Django. Now we add the return. The return is basically again a loop of posts, so we can grab the code from here, and add it here. Okay, save this file. Let's check it out. I refresh the page and let's click the liked posts. And it seemed like I liked 2 posts. Now let's see if this order by functionality works. Let's unlike this post and like it again. Now this post should move in the first position in this list because we changed the timestamp of the like. So let's refresh the page. And as we can see here, it worked. Let's add another like post to this list. Maybe from the very start. Let's like this post. Even though this is an old post, it should go to the first position in my list. Let's check it out. Liked posts, and there we go. Great. Now the only tab missing is the first tab, which we haven't implemented yet. So we add here else. And here we just return the post loop snippet. So we can copy the line from here and add it in here. Save this file and refresh. And it works. So one thing I forgot again, at the top comments, if you click at the reply link here, we are again missing the reply form. We have to supply this object as well. So for top comments here, we have to add here, comma, reply form, colon, reply form. And because this object is not created yet, we have to create it as well. We add it in here. So reply form equals, we have to instantiate the reply create form. Reply create form, like that. And also include this form class. So here on top, from a_posts.forms import reply create form. All right. Okay, the form is now on the page. Now as last thing, I will clean up a little bit this code here, because we have a couple of duplications here. For example, we have 3 times the same return statement. So instead of the else, we can just add the return statement like this, and we get rid of the return statement here. So how this works is Django will check the first condition here. If this is true, it will run this line, and once this is finished, it will then go to the last line here and return the results. So in top comments, we need a different return statement, so we leave it in here. But in the liked post again, we can delete this statement here, like that. Save this file. Now I will quickly grab the code we added to our post snippet. So copy these lines here and add it also to our profile HTML file in here. As I mentioned before, we could also clean up these lines here. We don't need this grid column 1 class here, so we can just delete it. And this class is included in all 3 statements, so we can cut it from here and add it to the top. And then we can get rid of those 2 classes here, as well as those 2. This will now behave in exactly the same way as before. Alright, I missed here a space. There we go. Okay, that's it. Save this file. Let's check out the website if everything still works. So I refresh the page. We have here the latest posts. We have the top posts. Here I added 1 post. Then we have the top comments. I added here another comment. And we can see here they are ranked by the likes. So 3 likes and 1 like. And the liked posts tab I populated here with 2 posts. and we click on the latest for the latest posts. Great, it all works. One very last thing, while I tried to add a comment to a new post, I discovered a bug in the code. This is something we missed last time, so I will show you. Let's go to home. Let's find a post with no comments. I click add comment. I try to add here a comment. Great. Submit. Nothing happens. So let's go to the code and let's see why this is. So we go to our post folder and to the postpage.html file. So it has to do with this if statement here, which doesn't load in this whole element if there are no comments. But when we submit a comment through our form here, our Htmx needs this hx target here to insert a new comment. However, this element is not loaded to the page if there are no comments. So you see we have a problem here. What I can do here is to apply this if statement just to a CSS class where we hide the tabs. So let's do that instead. So we cut this line here and apply it to this element here. These are our tabs we would like to hide if there are no comments. So we paste it in here. Let's close it as well. So grab the ND from here, move it up here, and here we write if not post.comments. If there are no comments, we apply the class hidden to this element. Hidden is the same as display none. So now only the tabs are hidden, but this tab contents element, which we need for our Htmx call, is loaded on the page. Let's save this file and let's check it out on the site. I refresh. Now let's try again. We add a comment. Great. Submit. And as you can see, now the comment appeared. And if I refresh the whole page, also the tabs appear. Great. This is all for today. Thank you for watching and sticking all the way to the end. In the next video, we will implement the infinite scroll on the home page. So we don't load in all the posts at once, but we load in a batch of posts at a time. Again, we're using Htmx there. Until then, happy coding!